Let's talk about public enemy number one. Midgets. Seriously. I cannot get enough of that show. Don't you love that show? The Midget Show? They call it Little People, Big World. I call it the Midget Show because it's about midgets.
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy! City boy!
All right, man. We rocking with Tom Segura. This is young Tom Segura. This is crazy. He looks like a character in a cartoon. I'm trying to think of which one. I don't know, but his facial expression right here, it almost reminds me of a little Peter Griffin-ish. I don't know why, or something is going on. But I guess he's young, man. His style definitely is. Look at his pants. That's crazy, bro. You know, it's funny because I say that in regard, like, you know, looking at some of the old footage of me performing, old pictures from Facebook. Like, I grew up in the 90s. My pants were so baggy, they were like sleeping bags. It's insane. But, hey, we made it, baby. All right, so this is what brought me here. The title. Is saying midget really is saying midget really like saying the N-word? Yo, I don't know what happened, you know. The N-word has always been one of those words off limits, you know, and it's just what it's been. But it's been popularized through hip-hop music, and there's this unique place we're at in 2025. But trying to compare the N-word to words like, you know, midget, the R word that rhymes with he farted, even the F word that rhymes with Bob Saget. I don't know. The F word that rhymes with Saget does seem like there's like there's something aggressive to just the way it sounds, you know? But the N-word is a nuclear word. Like it's somewhat nuclear, but that's if you put all the power in words, right? Which is interesting because words do become things. Words are very powerful. So it just depends on where you sit. Like, I don't let that word nuclear charge my emotions or anything, but, you know, I can understand why it could affect people. People go back and forth with that concept. Anyway, we're about to check this out. Is saying midget really like saying the N-word? And I think we have the answer because they spelt out midget and they did not spell out the N-word. So you do the math there. Anyways, let's get it popping. If you're here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm actually watching this on LOL Flicks. And I wanted to give them a shout out because the last, you know, handful of reactions I did to like Quinn Dale from this channel, Brad Williams, I didn't have to deal with the copyright claim nonsense that I typically have to deal with from the Netflix stuff or what other channels do a bunch of copyright nonsense. There's just a bunch of, The Orchard is always copyright claiming comedy. Like, it's just, bro, it's just a wild, wild west. So it's really cool. Want to give them a shout out. Thank you for being friendly with reactors. And let's see what this is about.
Let's talk about public enemy number one. Midgets. Seriously. I cannot get enough of that show. Don't you love that show? The Midget Show? They call it Little People, Big World. I call it the Midget Show because it's about midgets. Now, if you haven't seen the show, there's a little midget couple and they have kids. Now, they have a set of twins. Now, the first twin, let's call him really lucky because he's like 6'2". I don't know how they do that. Then they have another son, not so lucky. He's however tall this is, here. Now, the best part of the show...
Is this true? I've heard of that show, Little People. I've never watched it. How do you have twins and one's a midget and one's a normal size? That's insane.
Is watching the little midget son play soccer, right? It's like a video game. You're like, turbo, 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 go, 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 go. And you don't see legs. You're like, is that a ball? No, that's him. And he's amazing. But here's the thing. I feel so guilty every time I watch that show because I'll eat a box of Keebler Elf cookies and they're delicious. And so are midgets. Midgets are edible. Did you know that? No, you didn't. Next time you see a midget, bite him in the face. Here's something I did not know. I did not know that midgets hate to be called midgets. I didn't know that. I did know that. I don't care. They're midgets. Like, we're not gonna do anything, you know, like.
Yo, there's something about his comedy. Like, this is funny. It's not, I don't feel like it's as effective as the stuff I've seen recently. Like, his comedy is crazy right now. Bald head Tom Segura is a madman. Anyways, I like this. We'll see where it's going with this whole midget dialogue. He has a new show on Netflix called Bad Thoughts. And if I'm keeping it real, it's actually really funny. I just couldn't get through it because they just kept showing D. If y'all don't know what the D is, come on, man. Duh. But they just kept showing D. Like, there was one scene in a locker room, and I'm just like, bro, I am good, man. This is why I stopped going to 24-hour fitness, man, because all the old dudes running around without a towel. I'm like, I'm good, man. I'll just work out in my basement, man. We good. Anyways, it is funny. It's just his thoughts are so dark. I'm like, is this really happening?
Hate to be called midgets. I didn't know that. I did know that. I don't care. They're midgets. Like, we're not gonna do anything, you know, like. I've had some bad, like, exchanges with midgets, okay? First of all, they're always in a bad mood, okay? They're all, which I find kind of bizarre because they walk like there's a really happy song playing in their heads, you know? What's the problem, dude?
This is a crazy sketch after watching Brad Williams do all of his sketches. This is actually pretty crazy.
So I'm doing a show in Arizona a few weeks ago. I'm talking to somebody like at human height, like up here after the show. And the midget comes up behind me and, you know, he wants to talk, so he... And I have a bruised hamstring to prove this, okay? So I know he's there, but I want him to have fun. And I want to have fun too. So I start to go like, you know, like... And he's like, I know you can fucking see me. I know you can fucking see me. So then I go, does Santa know you're here? Right? Now
That's a low-hanging fruit joke. Yo, that's just like every racial joke.
very upset at this point. And he starts to lecture me, you know? He goes, you know, you shouldn't say midget. You shouldn't say midget. You should say little people. You shouldn't say midget. And I'm like, why not? And he goes, 'cause saying midget is like saying, whoa. First of all, we're both white. And if somebody hears you, I'm not protecting you. Secondly,
Yo. Yo, I can't even rewind that. Oh, man, I'm going to have to bleep that joint, man, because YouTube is crazy. YouTube is crazy about the N-word and the F-word that rhymes with Saget, but they're more crazy about the F-word that rhymes with Saget. Sometimes the N-word will get through on YouTube. Ain't that ironic? But the F-word that rhymes with Saget, nah, bro. It won't get by, bro. It'll get demonetized, and then less people can see it. Dang, this is wild. This is the Wild West. How old, bro? He went nuclear. I mean, that's what makes the joke, because he just said it. You're like, what? What? This is so interesting. I'm not mad at him saying it in the context of telling a story. I wouldn't be mad if he, like, I mean, if he was a racist dude in the KKK saying it, I personally wouldn't. I'd be like, all right, man, you do you, player. Like, that's how you think. That's on you. I don't get mad at that, you know? However, there is a part of me that, like, I feel like culture has shifted where people would say the full word in a comic set, just like that, but they won't do it now. They dodge it. They find, tricky ways, and I don't know if that's good or bad for society. People will call me a sellout. Oh, why would you even say that or imply that? I mean, I'm not saying run around saying N-word with a hard ER, but there is something. It's just interesting because I grew up with that. The 90s, you remember the Quentin Tarantino movies and even the Scorsese movies. I'm pretty sure like the mob dudes were saying the N-word with a hard ER because they were trying to show it as real life as possible. I guess real life now is that people don't say it, which I guess could be a good thing, I don't think it's good nor bad. especially in this type of context, right? Like he's telling a joke. He said that's what the midget said to him, and boom, you know. But anyway, that was crazy. That was a crazy setup to get there. I didn't expect him to actually say it. Yeah.
It's not the same thing because our ancestors didn't own midgets, all right? Not unless they won some crazy high-stakes poker game that was like, I'm going all in, plus the court jesters. And you're like, pair of kings, I'm fucked. Now, I wish they did. I wish my parents were like, Tom, your great-grandfather, he owned like 40 midgets. Because I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Do we still get them? And if we did, I would take my midgets and I would put little bowls on their heads. And I would fill them with different types of dip and salsa. And I would have them walk around so I could scoop out whatever I felt like eating. Want some hummus? Get the fuck over here. You guys were a lot of fun. Thanks a lot. Have a great night.
Bro, I just heard a midget slavery joke. This is insane, bro. Tom Segura, yo, it's wild because his comedy has grown. Because I seen like a Netflix special that was fire that had me laughing. This was cool. I giggled a little bit. It's cool. But I like seeing where people came from too. And every now and then you get a nugget where someone just blasts off. I didn't expect the N-word with the hard ER. If we go through here and it's bleeped out, it's because I had to, y'all, so the video doesn't get demonetized. You can imagine it in your mind if it's that important to you. And yo, man, holla.
City boy, city boy.